Well, the markets actually have moved to the low point of the day. So now we're trading around that 19,425, and the Nifty Bank actually is the one that's breaking down. So that's more below the 44,200 odd marker. As of now, it appears it's not going to be a good close, and if we have to bounce from here, it'll be important because otherwise we're going to be ending closer to the low point of the day. But a good time to get a quick check into D Street Chatter. Nimish joins us. Nimish, what are you picking up in terms of the Wall Street action?
Well, Nigel, not only for today, but for this week, the markets have been in a very narrow range, right? We've been trading between 19,400 and 19,600, largely in that range. So the sense is, either way you have to break below 19,200 for a big fall down or above 19,800 for a big rally to carry on. So that's a broader technical range, so to speak. In terms of flows, again, a mixed of trade, but I guess while the screen may not suggest, but there is buying interest in the technology names. The large cap technology stocks are well bid again in today's trade. So this week, the trend has been selling banks and buying IT. That's been the broad from a flow point of view. I guess the other sector which has done well is the PSUs. Not only the PSU banks, which are actually outperforming the large private banks today, but largely the PSU stocks are well bid, and there is a lot of action as well from the HNIs as well in the PSU stocks. So that's again a sector which has really outperformed. And the broader market, even in this range-bound trade for the whole week, the broader markets have relatively outperformed. There are a lot of stocks which have done well, largely on the back of good numbers or chased by momentum from HNI. So the broader market momentum continues, but it's like in the Nifty and the Bank Nifty seems to be in a very tight range. You need to break on the either side for a big decisive move.
Well, that's right, Nimesh. What about the PSUs? You had our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He said it. There is value out there, and the market heard. The nation has heard it. So,
absolutely.
But what about individual stocks? What do you pick up?
So, Nigel, the big theme has been the large block deal. So I'll continue with that theme as well. Even in today's trade, there were multiple blocks. The first was Suven Pharma. There was a 2% equity which got changed hands in Suven Pharma today, and I believe a leading FI investor who's an existing holder in the stock was a buyer in today's block. So disclosures could be important in Suven Pharma today. The second stock is SGS Enterprises. Very small stock, not much been talked about, been consolidating a very narrow range. I believe even in SGS Enterprises, there is an indication of a very large block deal coming very soon. So that's something to track there. The third stock is PNB. I spoke about PSU banks outperforming the private banks. PNB stands out largely on the back of very strong buy flows at a leading FI. So looks like some bit of buying traction is back across PSU stocks, and PNB leads the chart there. And the last stock is Radiant Cash. This is again, there was a large block today. Nearly 5% equity has changed hands. In terms of sellers, looks like a private equity investor was a seller, and there were multiple buyers, including a hedge fund. So this week, if you look at, this is a second cash management company where there was a large PE sold. So again, the trend of PE selling and promoter selling continues.
Actually, not just PE and promoters, the trend of selling is continuing in the market today itself. Nimesh, thanks so much for that. Take a look at the screen.